this absolutely stunning, exciting draw we had. Vincent Keymer against David Navara. Last game to finish in round number 5. It was an incredible game. Would you mind going through some of the moments?
Yes, I am afraid I was lost at some point. So let's go.
Let's start from the opening.
I prepared for the opening. Actually, originally I wanted to use a different move order, but then I concluded that this one might be more forcing. C5, D4, and I have also looked at CD4 and Bishop B7, but primarily I looked at Queen C7 here. So Bishop B7, D5, and during my preparation I looked at both Knight C4 and Knight B3, and both are relevant moves, but somehow I failed to recall the variations. I think my preparation was indeed Knight C4, but I have not remembered much. I remember that there was some line where white plays b3, rook a2, rook c2, but could never make it work. So perhaps it was after other black's reaction. So given from the fact that Vincent started thinking after b3, I guess he was prepared either for bishop d3 or queen e2. But
Vincent, what were you prepared?
Bishop d3,
yes.
like was the move I still knew.
Yes.
But
I played b3 and then started to dislike it because I was wondering what was I going to do after a5, because the problem is that black is threatening knight c5, and then I have no good moves because this pawn is weak and black can slowly prepare f5 perhaps. And if I play bishop e3, there follows knight c5 anyway, and bishop g5. So I would have probably played some rook c1 or something like this, but it's strategically very dangerous, or at least it seemed so to me. Maybe I can also take here with the queen, but we have also seen a similar position in the game. But say if the knights disappear and black somehow puts rook here, black will be the only one who can improve his position, because he puts queen on c7, activates bishop to d7, then a4 is sometimes hanging, and black can slowly prepare f5, and white can just wait, because upon advance f4 would probably weaken my position. So
I mean, I was trying to make some f5 work somewhere, but didn't really manage. So I decided to go for some approach. I didn't even really think about a5, which maybe is a very interesting move. But yeah, I had this queen a5, bishop d8, bishop b6.
Yes,
in mind.
We thought very differently here, because I would have played a5 probably without much thinking, or at least it was my perspective from this side of the board. Maybe from the other side of the board it would have been different. But okay, queen a5, so I was sort of surprised because I understood the idea, but I was very skeptical about it. Somehow I did not believe it would work. And bishop e3, bishop d8. Originally, I mean, if I realized in time that knight h4 is never so strong, maybe I would have played knight d2 here to recapture with the knight, because then I at least have some options to jump on f5 or on c4 if you allow me, and if not, at least I fortify this bishop here. So
yeah, maybe I can play bishop c5, yeah, and then I gain the
maybe you can. Bishop h6 is probably nothing, it's too much, but I can play rook c1 maybe, and
yeah, and then
also
I would just play rook c7 or something, prepare for bishop c8, I think.
Yes, I might also have some ideas somewhere. I think it's probably fine, maybe f3 then.
Yeah, I felt like a normal position for both sides. Yeah.
Yes, I played this, and my original intention was to play knight h4, and I think it's probably not so great. I was considering both g6 and queen d8.
Yes,
no?
I would have played queen d8.
Yes, I'm afraid black is very much fine here.
Yeah, knight f6.
Yes. Somehow the problem is that I have active pieces, but if I get nothing, this rook will be misplaced. The knight can be repelled from f5, and I'm strategically worse. So I need to undertake something, and after queen d2, I think there was g6, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, king h8. Also knight e4 was winning, I think, right?
What? Knight e4? I'm not sure.
Queen f6.
Maybe it's winning, but I'm not sure. Oh, knight g5.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think it's only move if, I mean, only move that's not getting rated immediately, but I thought it's winning, yeah.
Yes, you are right. So somehow it doesn't really work for white. So I also considered taking on b6, because then I can move my knight to e3 at least, but it didn't work so well either, so I decided to attack the pawn at least.
Sorry, have you considered playing bishop d2?
Bishop d2 I considered, but I disliked bishop c5, because if I play knight h4, there can be something like queen d8, and somehow I I'm unable to lift my rook on the third rank.
Yeah, so maybe I even have f5 after bishop d2. I was not sure. It's like a very weird, because my queen on f5 is quite bad for the moment. But yeah, and then maybe
I can recapture if needed. And
yeah, then I need some, like, of course with f2 I have the feeling I might get something, but probably it's not here. Yeah.
I also have bishop e3 perhaps. I'm not sure about
I mean bishop c5 is a
so Vincent, where did your preparation finish the round?
I mean after b3 I had no real idea. I was just playing by myself.
So queen d2 and somehow knight f6 was a move which I have not expected at all, but after bishop g5 there is knight g4 and somehow my bishop becomes very bad now, whereas the knight somehow returns to play and I have no attack.
Yeah, of all the squares, I think I would have been very happy to see this.
I mean, maybe not so much happens because the knight is not so active yet, but my bishop is very bad.
Yeah, but I don't want to be much. I would just put my knight on h6 and double on the c5, bring the bishop back where
so
c8.
I concluded that I had to do something. I disliked knight h4. Black cannot take, but again, I think black takes here, and if I take with the rook, somehow I no longer control this square, and I think there is possible like this, I think, and queen d8 now, if I remember correctly. And now
queen b7,
black
knight
takes,
e4,
and somehow my queen is
trapped.
Close to
queen
being
a6,
trapped
knight
here.
c5 is trapped.
So
I think.
I wanted to achieve something because now black traps the queen. So I wanted to achieve something very similar, but with my rook still on e1, and maybe with black's king on h8, I can at least take bishop takes a6. I don't know if it's so great, maybe not anyway. I was still worried about my position, but at least it makes more sense. And also with the rook on e1, I can play knight e3 sometimes, or queen g5. So I took, and my intention was to play knight f5 and sometimes
g6 is interesting. Yeah, we can check.
Yes, I think I wanted to go here and
you take.
I should. Knight h6 is probably not good because the knight gets trapped, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that's not good.
I'm not 100% sure, but it looks pretty suspect.
But I mean, even bishop d5, I can't really be.
Yes, but it's not about you being worse. It's about you not being better here after bishop takes d5. And also, it can be very tricky with this pawn hanging. So I'm not sure if knight h6 doesn't work. You have some knight h5, but then I go back somehow, and maybe I don't even lose my queen.
But I think like what I played was kind of fine. If this f4, e5 is not too
it was good, and then I miscalculated. And here I was not sure what wasn't the pawn on a. No, it was other line.
Bishop a6 and the rook b8 or something.
I calculated some other line with a5 and rook king h8. It was different.
Probably already after a5 played, or
still also promising for black. I guess maybe I should give this check on h6 after all. I calculated a similar line with I think rook e8, a5, or king h8, a5, something. But after king h8, there could be something else, maybe queen h6.
I mean, I was just happy to play a5 at some point to
Yes, it's
fix
a good positional move, and I somehow wanted to get some play, but I could not find anything somehow. So I was spending a lot of time, because if I get nothing, black just consolidates, then maybe brings the knight back to c5, or plays rook c5 and queen c7, and I will just be without counterplay. So I decided that I had to do something before black consolidates, and I could not see what to do, because if I play some normal move like bishop d3, somehow the knight again goes to d7, through d7 to c5. Actually, there was a line like this. I don't know why
I don't think I would take.
Yes, and so it was maybe after some bishop b. I don't know. There was some line where white sacrifices on e5 and plays bishop b5, knight c4, but without with the other pair of rooks exchanged, it still looked a bit dangerous, because my king could sometimes maybe be a little bit vulnerable. So I don't know. So I played queen g5, and I miscalculated terribly.
Have you considered, instead of queen g5, f4?
I considered f4 and should have considered it longer. I mean,
think rook e8.
Yes, rook e8 I disliked, because if black somehow recaptures with the piece, it should be unpleasant for me. But maybe what about bishop b5? I take it this way. Maybe queen e3, then I take, and doesn't it work? Queen e3.
I don't know if I give.
I haven't seen it at all, of course. But
yeah, no, it's a very complicated position.
Yes, somehow I have queen e3 and take, and this is hanging.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like maybe if there's a moment for white to do something, it's here, yeah? Also here, queen g6. And
I miscalculated, and actually, I was not even happy with my position after this because it's still tricky. And if I go here, for example, it doesn't seem to work. So I would have taken on e5 first because this probably doesn't work. This knight is out of play. So if I take here, it again does not look that great on the second look because I would love to play rook f1, but this pawn is hanging. And once I cover the protect the pawn, there is knight. Yes, but you can just consolidate maybe some knight d7.
Yeah, but I was not so sure about
maybe
this. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I was trying to also think about rook e8 here.
I have not really thought
and
about it.
Knight h6, king f8, but I think you can go rook f1, yeah, and that was kind of...
Is there any...
In knight d4, you will just take d8 and take e5.
Yes, nice.
Yeah,
yes.
And of course I can go to g7, but then white can repeat
and
moves.
If you give check, is there any tactics?
Yeah, but I thought
it's
just very dangerous.
Knight takes f7, yes, makes sense.
Also fe, a lot of threats, I was worried here.
I understand. Okay, so I somehow miscalculated. I don't know if I can do something reasonable here. Definitely,
maybe taking h1.
Yes, maybe, but
okay,
I think your knight and yes,
probably it worked. Yeah.
I just thought that after f4 I play e4 I play e5 and I take, and now I realized that I don't
knight
take
d5,
because I understood that the rook might be misplaced here, but I could not imagine that it is so terribly misplaced that it would have been better at any other square on the first rank, maybe almost at any other square, because I'm unable to win this knight now, and it's just lost. So I searched for some tactics, could not find anything, so then I concluded that I had to play d6. I was not happy about it. Probably it's just lost somewhere. I also saw that at some lines with queen b6, I had to play king f1 to avoid f3. Not here, because here I still have
but
threats.
okay, I think
Knight
this was felt like here's my chance to win the game more or less.
You cannot go here because on h8 because I would have taken here. And I have some very unpleasant threats. Knight takes and g6, and there is this one. And this. But king g7 seems to be winning, perhaps. So I don't know if winning, but I was very unhappy with my position, but somehow I found that it was not losing on the spot. This rook takes e5, otherwise I would have had to play something really hopeless. I don't know, h4 is terrible, check, and this is terrible. Nothing else works, so I had to go for it.
And now for here, I would have loved to have more time. Yeah, some queen b6 or f6 or whatever.
To go here probably because otherwise you have f3 and.
But now the issue is that if I take and go f6, there's knight c8, and now the queen on b6 is attacked, which is why then in the game I took on e5 first. Of course, then queen d4 was strong, but yeah, maybe here there was a chance.
So instead of, instead of in this position f6.
Yeah, but I didn't see how this works. But I mean.
Oh, check, and queen b. No, bishop b.
Yeah, I think that was.
So here black takes the knight.
Yeah, rook e7.
And rook f.
Now, now either queen b6. I mean queen b6 check.
Okay,
try to give us.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I will try to find it. So takes rook g8, king h3 is maybe.
But take even like king e2. I'm not sure. Yeah, how
no, this is. Rook f7, rook takes f7. I'm too tired.
But no, bishop g2, king e2, that's f3, yes. So take...
No, f3, there's king h3, so maybe...
No, but then...
It will be some rook f7 trick, it will be some check on e3 or something crazy like this, and check on e3 or on the diagonal, and if the king goes here, then it's like this, but
so the key move is rook f7.
Example,
which is crazy move.
Yes, I mean, it's impossible.
And like right now here, yeah?
Yes. And rook f7.
Okay.
Yes.
But of course, it's absolutely insane position, so many lines. It's like...
Yes, I mean, this is practically impossible. I mean,
yeah, and also the issue is that knight e5 is a quite good position for me too, yeah?
Because of course,
if it was very bad, but now, yeah, queen d4 was...
If I play this, you have rook c5 and my knight has no move.
I think I would just give check.
Yes, you are
just
right.
check, rook d8 and queen c5, queen e5, I think it wins the game.
Yes.
Like just check.
Yes, you are right.
Okay, you have to go somewhere. I don't know.
Yes, maybe even here.
Yeah, but rook d8, rook d1, and just queen c5, queen e5. I don't think you can stop this.
Right. I mean, I also disliked rook c5 here because my knight is active but has no squares, and somehow it seemed to me that you should be able to consolidate and either encircle this pawn or attack g2 somehow or exchange something. So this looked good to me for a while. Then I spotted rook c7 while you were still thinking. So I became a bit worried. Then I calculated that I play rook d1, takes. Then I saw something like bishop b5, wondered what was f3 here, but king f2, yes. Exactly. And the point is that if black takes, there is queen c5 check.
I thought after rook d1 I can also just play rook d7.
There were lines like this. I don't know if it works, but yes, it was the
just rook d7.
Exactly, that's the problem. You go here, and now if I go on, that's what I saw.
I have rook f7, and yes, if you go to e6, I have rook e8.
Yes, exactly, and if I go here and play, rook e8, and there was bishop c8, and I'm losing most likely. Because there is this check on e3 and
with f3 weak king, something will work.
So somehow maybe I can achieve some position pawn down, but it did not look good. So I played rook e1, think to play rook e6. Then I realized, oh, what will I do after rook f7 if black sacrifices here somehow? So it was pretty much out of control. For me, I don't know if there was something better, but okay, I had to play something. I had to parry.
No, I mean, you have to take about issues. I thought I can give the check, and I think maybe h1, yeah?
I was afraid of the check.
Yeah, but here you have h4. This is kind of the issue, because if I get queen g5, I think I will be winning. But after h4, it's like weird that this queen has no real way to enter the position.
Yes, I saw this, but I have not realized some details about the queen. I was afraid of some rook f8, rook d8, but then I at least sometimes have some. Not here.
Yeah, maybe I can just do this, but it also feels weird for me to just remove the rook. Also, I have no real next move, and that's why I played bishop a6. I wanted to do something. But
I was also wondering what happens after this move.
Okay, at least I will take d6, take e7, and be much better.
Then, no, you are not much better here.
But if I move my bishop somewhere, like bishop e4 or something?
Yes, you have rook e5, so you are much better. Okay, I agree now. And if I play bishop d5, hoping to...
Okay, but even then, take bishop rook e5 will also be a bad endgame, yeah?
I'm not sure if this is so bad, because now I play rook a7, maybe first h4, I don't know, but this
looks...
It's
tricky still,
at least. Yes, tricky, but perhaps tenable. I mean, you can, of course, sometimes sacrifice this pawn and attack
saying, but I was also not so sure whether I was already winning, so it's like an unclear position with low time, and I decided, I think you can maybe go to d5, but...
I don't know, maybe then if you check and...
Yeah, this was the idea,
I was surprised. I was calculating some ideas with knight f5.
Yeah,
actually, this was funny, because if black doesn't play queen c5, which is the obvious move, then white has a funny trick here. Sorry for this. I mean, let's make some known move here, like this. There was a trick. I don't know if it works after bishop a6, but just it's... sorry, tired. Sorry, it doesn't work at all. Sorry. So
Vincent, how did it feel actually to play the tactical position against David? Because once on the interview you said you should play simple position.
I mean, the good thing was that I felt like my position was good, and it's also not that dangerous for me if I don't blunder something huge. So I think, it was just very, I thought I should still be much better at or close to winning, but this king f2 move, I think, was very strong.
Yes.
I mean, otherwise, if I make one queen f7 move without king f2, all the endgames will be pretty much lost.
I originally wanted to go h4, and then I spotted queen a7.
Yeah, I think it's just lost.
Originally, I saw this, and thought it could be fine, and then I spotted queen a7.
And
I think
this
I
tempo
can
is...
king f2 anyway, but it looks pretty suspect now. Black can maybe sometimes play f5, or maybe now, and...
Yeah, I mean, at least you will never have an advantage over playing king f2 first. So.
Maybe now I have knight c6, knight e5, but yes, king f2 looks...
Then here I would need some good move, I think, but I didn't see, and also my time was getting low.
Of course, if it exists,
but you have... need to get the queen in, somewhere, but it's very hard.
Yes, the queen is sort of dominated, so... Maybe I
mean, okay, for some reason I blundered that maybe, I don't know if you can take, actually,
I saw it, but I'm not sure, can I?
Yeah, I'm not sure. No, g5.
No, g5.
Oh, sorry, I blundered this.
Yes,
this,
and then...
this, rook e8, and...
very nice. What about rook... Sorry, no.
So rook f8, and then queen g4, queen e6 was a draw, this I saw, and... Okay, I don't know if I have some, but the weird thing is that you're not actually threatening anything. Like,
maybe
I'm not sure. Yeah, I thought maybe I can roll just take the 6 pawn or something. But okay, at least I saw that before K8 I will not lose, and then it was fine for me.
We have played this crazy game in Reykjavik, which I eventually lost, where I had a king in the center for about 20 moves with queens and rooks on, and I started playing king of the hill afterwards on leeches, because I thought that it might be better to centralize my king in some other game than standard chess. So queen c5.
Yeah, and then I mean, after queen a7, I do believe that white should hold the game, but I just didn't really see anything else at this point.
Can sometimes even take, perhaps.
I mean, I could just make some move, but also, I don't know.
I can sometimes also attack this one. I don't know if it works now, but
that's,
I saw that it could be an idea. Maybe, okay, you have for queen a7 and you take here anyway.
I think knight g6, isn't there like perpetual or something?
Yeah, still it could again be,
I missed that one.
But I think here right now, with the queen on d8,
right now,
I think it should be no perpetual,
maybe after the time,
because I will go to f8.
Yes, nice.
Queen g4, king f8, and queen h5.
Maybe king g8 and then rook g7, I think I will, but queen g6,
yeah. I don't know, maybe.
Might be, but
I don't know. Queen a7, so here I spent plenty of time because I also considered this. There are some funny motives like this because then I have rook e7 and here I have this check and knight e6 or even d7 sometimes makes sense.
Yeah, I think here d7 was the right move.
Even knight, perhaps even knight e6 because the endgame pawn down.
Yeah, but after d7 you're not even pawn down.
You protect this. Yes, I agree. So, but I rejected it on account of this because when I play king e3, which is sort of the most natural move, I disliked this and maybe even king f7 here actually.
Yeah, but I just didn't think my position was good at all here, like rook e1.
I missed rook e3 actually.
I think rook e1 is very important, I think.
Yes.
Anyway, you just push the pawns and run with the king. I think I can never be better here.
Missed this. I saw some line where white goes with the king here, but it doesn't
like this rook is fully dominated, that's the issue. Like if I go here, rook b1 or king c5 can come. So.
I basically calculated it till the end here, and not only this line, but also rook a6, because now this could sometimes be a threat, and after king f3, I don't know if I'm threatening anything, because d7 is not so terrible, and black can also take it, perhaps, and put the rook on
king
e5,
d4
so I
should
wanted
work,
to go here. Now rook a7 is nothing, because the rook is terribly passive, so rook e2 is critical, of course. Then perhaps here, and the point is that if black takes the pawn, I have a5, and this pawn could cost black a rook, because sometimes I am able to either to take with the rook and play rook a4, or play a6, king b6, and rook a5.
Yeah, but I think here I suddenly also lose safety. I can start to lose the game too. So
you can play g5 actually, and now it's tricky. I'm not sure about a5, but I calculated this basically to a draw. So a5, h4, what else? a6.
Okay, maybe h4, king g6 was an idea, no?
Sorry, where? What?
Instead of h4, king g6, or then king.
Maybe I take. Maybe I can already take here because you cannot exchange my pawn quicker now,
true,
and then I'm ready to push a6. That's why I was afraid of this, and now after h3, this pawn is already. I mean, I have a7 and take the pawn, and only black could be in danger. So rook a2 takes. Now I go somewhere.
Okay, even if you like
I calculate
take just b4 should be a draw by now, if you give the rook.
Yes, exactly. I will take it with my king. Maybe here I will go, or
just some. I think at this point that should even if you wait some moves, you give the rook for the pawn.
This is terrible. But there's rook g4, but I can go to
g8.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think g8 is the move.
G8. I actually calculated this with the king on c4 for some strange reason. So this should be fine because now I have a check and. Like this, and if you play rook, king g4 is too slow because I should be able somehow to...
Yeah, I mean, this is not a far advance, I think you will.
I mean, there are some tricks, but should not be so much, and then after this I will probably just put the rook to h1 somehow. And
I mean, the king is too far away to catch the pawn.
So rook f8.
Yeah, and then it was just forced,
yes, actually there was a wonderful mutual Zugzwang, but unfortunately with white to move. Here, after knight takes g6, I mean, this would have been great for white because I have d7, and if anyone is winning, it's white. I have king e7 here, but the problem was
I go to
king
e8,
e8 and rook g7. So I play g3, And there is f5, and I have no move. I am losing this pawn, and I'm losing the game. I mean, d7 is hopeless with those 2 pawns. I'm wondering what happens with black to move, but black is certainly not winning, probably not losing either. But after rook h7, there is knight g6, rook g7, even a knight e5, and after rook h6, there is king takes f5, king d7, knight e5 check, and some terrible forks, and white even wins. But
it is white to move.
Yes, it is white to move.
There are just too many. Like the knight was jumping all over, and this was nice.
I mean, taking here makes no sense because black takes the pawn and gives some check or something like this. So
here I have no chance to win, I think. Yeah, it's just
yes, probably it's just a draw because the rook is very passive.
I mean, I was trying to activate it, but it's too late.
Yes,
simply.
I should not exchange if I calculate it correctly because then I am one tempo down compared to this line.
Yeah, but I mean, you have no reason to exchange. You can just play the line you played, and then I have no move.
I think there was some problem now. I think it's like this. G4, D7 takes, H3 takes, and I'm not in time. The check doesn't help either. So this is losing. I also started considering G3. I had seen this drawish line earlier, but G3. But
okay, I think you take F5, yeah.
Yes, some F5, rook F7.
But yeah, I mean, you can never win. I think too. Yeah, it's like a very nice position, but it's more.
Yes. There are lines where I can lose like this. I don't say it's forced. I have some rook, knight f4, but you are in no risk, and this could be lost for
once
me.
my rook activates, I'll have good chances.
So king c6. Black's problem is that sometimes his
I thought maybe we will
tapped.
play this like nice line, to
it's
the
also
finish.
Yes, you have to take because otherwise I am queening in time, and now this. I don't know, for example, here. But somehow, I was afraid that something could go wrong along. I mean, only white takes risk here if white miscalculates somewhere. So I decided to go for this. Black cannot avoid the repetition because the rook is suddenly trapped.
And if I go to c8, you go
yes, I have knight
bishop.
e5, and you can probably still go back, and it's probably I
doesn't.
Go here because
but it doesn't help. Yeah, it's just the same as in the game.
Because otherwise I'm threatening d7 and knight e6, so it's just a repetition.
So the move 40, I haven't chance to ask. Were you unsatisfied to play this queen a7 move, or like you?
Yeah, no, I wasn't really happy, but also, I mean, actually, normally that's the position where you kind of like to postpone this decision until after move 40. But anyway, I already didn't see how my queen would get out, and I had to make some move, and f5 was saying, so I just played it. But anyway, I had already the feeling that I somewhere misplayed it before, so that was then what I tried to do.
And how did you evaluate the position around that moment? For you, it felt like you could be ambitious with an exchange up, or?
Yeah, I mean, at least I felt like I shouldn't lose this, but then, I mean, I already felt like white should have enough for the draw, and then after move 40, I started calculating and realized, basically, I don't think I have any realistic winning chances.
David, and you, how did you evaluate?
I evaluated that the wars had been over. The wars was over at that point, and I believe that my compensation should be enough because I had nicely centralized or active pieces, and I was going to activate my king, but when I was trying to calculate variations with this knight c6, I was getting into some problems. When I was trying to calculate this endgame and exchange down, I also found a line which was losing, like this one. So then I realized that I did not need to exchange on g5, and then it already made sense.
How do you feel about your results regarding the rankings now?
Frankly speaking, I had not expected like Wang Liam winning with black, although after some 20-25 moves, it was a very plausible possibility already. Basically, I wanted to play some chess now. I mean, I was surprised that I was doing so well after more than 3/4 of the tournament. So I decided to give it a try to play, but given the course of the game, I can be very happy with the draw. And basically, I mean, I want to play good chess, and if I play good chess and someone overtakes me, it's completely fine.
Vincent, and you?
Yeah, I mean,
of
course,
ambitious,
I felt like I had the chance to maybe win the game, and especially since Li Kuang won today, it would have been nice. Also, my blitz wasn't too good, so that would have been even greater, but still, for the classical, I'm on +2, which is a very good result. But of course, you know, if you have a chance, you also like to take it if it's possible.
How did you spend your rest day? David? Okay, you spent together.
We were on the trip organized by the tournament committee, so it was nice. I was not brave enough to climb the trees, unlike most of the other participants.
Vincent was brave enough.
Yeah.
How was it?
Well, yeah, it was a bit scary at some point, but it was also a lot of fun, that's for sure. Yeah.
But I think, David, you climbed the horse, no?
No, I just sat on some plastic horse for pictures, and someone put a coin inside. So it was not planned on my part.
Okay, so thank you so much for analysis. There are still 2 games to go, so you still have both chances. Good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.